Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Goatlocker Racing Xtreme Xfinity Series. Tonight, these Xfinity cars will be taking on the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for 40 action-packed laps. Here on Intensity Broadcasting, we're not only going to be making left turns, but we're going to be making right turns, like this one coming up here tonight. This is going to be a wild one for sure. I'm going to be your announcer for the night, Atlee Atman Waste, and I think this is one of the races on the schedule here where anybody can win this race. So far, we've seen 4 different winners this season, but your current points leader is Jonah Colbert with 174 points and 1 win. Then, we at 36 points behind, it's Eddie Smith second with 2 wins. Third is Joe Yakes. Fourth in points is Ryan Pendleton, and rounding out your top 5 right now, it's Patrick Drobick. And last week, it was a bit of a wild one at Lucas Oil Raceway. We saw 16 cautions, 5 lead changes, really, really crazy race. But in the end, we saw Eddie Smith take the victory, leading 82 of the 182 laps. Saw Jonah Colbert take second, Cody McElwain finished third, Ryan Pendleton fourth, and fifth was Jamie Barkis. Currently in practice, we see Cody McElwain is on the top of the board with a 1 minute, 27 second lap time. Then second, we have Eddie Smith, 1 minute, 28 seconds. Third, Zach Wetstein, 1 minute, 28 seconds. Fourth, Adam Lange, 1 minute, 28 seconds. And then fifth, Jonah Colbert with 1 minute, 28 seconds. So only a second separates first and fifth pretty much. So very, very close field. I think we're going to see a lot of close racing, but I think the main thing that we're going to be looking out here is tire strategy. You don't want to burn off those tires because they're going to be very important late. If we can keep it green this whole race, then we should be seeing some green flag pit stops, and that is going to change everything. Just a look here at some of the turns of the Mid-Ohio Sports Course. Turn number 1 is a fast left-hand sweeper, and it's the first place that you see when the race goes green. Turn number 2, it's a keyhole with a chicane. Then we see turn 3, it's a little kink on the back straight. Turn 4, there's a sand trap. That's a very interesting turn. Got to watch out for that. Turn 5, it's a left-hander, and you go up a hill, kind of. Then we see turn number 6, it's a right-hander, and you're going downhill. Turn number 7, it's a medium-speed left-handed turn, and you're going back to uphill. Turn 8 is a right-hander. Turn 9, it's a blind corner. It's a right-hander, and you're going over a crest. Turn number 10, it's a very gentle right-hander. And, let's see, turn 11, transition turn. Turn 12 and 13 is the carousel. And then 14, 15, and 16 are all just little turns. And we are currently getting set here for qualifying. These drivers will get 2 laps to set their best possible lap time. So we're already getting some cars onto the track. Here's Garrett Kinder. Heading into turn number 1 here. There's Patrick Drobick also heading into turn number 2 right now. Got to go down this long straight right here. You see the little DRS markers. That is if they were like running Formula 1s on the track. Gets it woe down here for turn number 4. Turn 5 right there. Woo! See a little sand trap up here. Patrick Drobick doing pretty good. Drobick winless this season, definitely trying to get that first win onto his belt. See if it'll be here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Starting to shift back up here. Got to avoid that sand trap right there. And they are now getting set for lap number 1. Into turn number 1. Getting, on that little turtle right there. See Jamie Mullins. And Daniel D. Cunningham coming to lap number 1 as well. Got Jonah Colbert out on track, your current points leader. Let's see how well he is going to do here. Wetstein going through turns 2 and 3 there. Michael Kostick getting ready for his first lap. See you getting there through turn 1, being careful not to hit that little turtle. There's Zach Wetstein going on this long straightaway. He's going to have to get the car really woed down. Oh, got a little bit loose there off the corner. That could add some time to his lap time. Car seems very loose right now. You see Jonah Colbert going through this long straightaway. Oh, got a little bit almost squirrely right there. Coming in to the second to last turn. Has to make this left-hander onto the straightaway. See, Patrick Dropick is the first on the board with 1 minute 29 seconds. Zach Wetstein to the top of the board with a 1 minute 28 second lap time, and then it's actually 1 minute 28 seconds and then 0.23. Second is Jonah Colbert, 1 minute 28 seconds, 0.9. And then, Cody Mickle-Wayne, your leader in practice, heads to the top of the board. He seems kind of like a road course specialist. See, he's up to 1 minute 27, blowing everybody else's lap times out of the water. Great lap time for him. Second, Eddie Smith, 1 minute 28.1. Third, Zach Wetstein, 1 minute 28.2. Here's Eddie Smith on his second lap, trying to improve. What a lap time for him. We'll watch how he executes some of these corners. So he's shifting up here in this long straightaway. There's your current pole sitter, Cody Mickle-Wayne, trying to improve after setting the pole lap time so far. A little bit squirrely off that corner. That could hurt his lap time. Coming to the second to last turn for Cody Mickle-Wayne. Really smooth through that corner. He does not improve 1 minute 28 seconds. Neither does Eddie Smith. I think that's everybody who really is going to try to qualify here. See Daniel D. Cunningham slowing down 1 minute 30. It's about... we got Jason Lottridge. He's getting ready to set his lap time. Here goes Lottridge getting ready. Here's Jamie Mullins. Brandon Wallace is slowing down after he completed his second lap. Jamie Mullins getting loose. That is going to end his second lap. Jason Lottridge trying not to do that. Really smooth through that last corner. Getting ready into this heavy braking zone. Slides a little bit. Barely keeps it out of the grass. Here's Charles Stevens Jr. coming into a heavy braking zone. Got to look out. Oh, he also gets very, very loose. That seems to be a trouble spot. Here goes, getting ready to go down this long straightaway until another heavy braking zone. It's like Charles, something happened to Jason Lottridge. His run was ended. Very, very tricky blind right-hander right there. He was able to get through it. Onto the front stretch. I don't know if he's completing his lap or starting his first lap. We'll see. So this is the start of Charles Stevens Jr.'s first lap. Sliding up a little bit there in turn number 1. Turn number 2. Taking advantage of those little red and white turtles or rumble strip. I don't know. Going down the straight into turn number 3. See, getting it way woed down. Oh, and he too had some trouble with that into the grass. That is a big trouble spot for these drivers. I think we're going to see a lot of drivers spin after that turn. Trying to get it back together. Trying to miss the sand trap again. Getting a little bit loose off that corner. Yeah, Stevens Jr. definitely showing that he's having a lot of trouble so far in a lot of these corners. That lap time will not count because he did get off track. Able to get through turn 2. Again, let's see if he can make it through turn 3 without sliding into the grass. He might have learned from his mistake here. Trying to get it woed down as much as possible. Ooh, a lot better, a lot smoother. Into turn number 4. Turn number 5. Is he really smooth through there? But he won't get to complete a lap time. So there we go. We are now gridding for your feature event. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole with 1 minute, 27-second lap time, it is Cody McElwain. Outside of him with JC Motorsports, it's none other than Eddie Smith. And third, it's Zach Wetstein in the 9. Fourth will be Jonah Colbert. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Adam Lange representing Goatlocker Racing in 6th. We have Jamie Barkas, 7th also with Goatlocker. It's Patrick Drobick. 8th place will be Michael Kostek. 9th will be Daniel Cunningham. And then rounding out your top 10, we have Tyus Swank in the 66. In 11th, we have Reaper Racing, Brandon Wallace. 12th place will be Jamie Mullins. In 13th, we have, also with Reaper Racing, William Griffith. 14th will be Jake Ellingson. And then rounding out your top 15 with Big Fish, got the 75 of Chuck Feltz. 16th will be Charles Stevens Jr. 17th, Garrett Kinder. 18th, Christopher Heiner with Dark Horse Motorsports. 19th will be Logan Sturgeon. And then rounding out your top 20, we have Joe Yakes. And then last but not least, starting in 21st, Jason Lottridge. And we are getting ready to start our pace lap here. And there we go. These drivers are officially shifting into first and getting ready for our pace laps. And there we go. We are moving. These drivers taking this opportunity to warm up their tires and get the cars ready for turn number 1. Here's a look at the race info for tonight's event. 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 44% humidity, partly cloudy skies. We have a 12 miles per hour wind speed. It's very windy. Track, and we are actually officially going green. Green flag is out for these drivers, and they are taking off. We see Cody McElwain already with an early lead. Eddie Smith right there as we head to turn number 1. We see Zach Wetstein all over Eddie Smith's back bumper. He's looking to try to maybe make a pass on the next turn. Got Adam Lange currently making a pass by Patrick Drobick. He is now looking to get by Jamie Barkas. He's looking to his outside. All over the back bumper. Here we go as we go into one of the trickiest corners. He's able to get to his outside. But then we see Barkas is able to get back clear. And here comes Patrick Drobick trying to get that 6th position back. Trying to get to the 59's outside. And the field already getting pretty spread out. We see Zach Wetstein continuing to try to get up there to 2nd place. Eddie Smith. So we go here onto the front stretch. That time we saw Wetstein was a little bit slower than Eddie Smith. But he's reeling him in. I think he might try to make a pass here in turn number 2. Wetstein getting a little bit off track there. Trying to look to his inside. Can't quite get under him. See Jonah Colbert there as well, trying to reel in Zach Wetstein for that 3rd spot. Let's see if he can make a pass here in turn number 3. We're going to see a lot of drivers have trouble with that turn all throughout this race. Again, Zach Wetstein continuing to chase Eddie Smith. He's getting right there. So we go down this long straightaway. Let's see if he can get some good speed. I think he might try to make a pass here. Look into his outside. He can't quite get side by side with him. Here we go into turn number 1. The chase continues. Cody McElwain just ran the fastest lap time of the race. 1 minute 28 seconds. As he continues to try to extend that lead over Eddie Smith and Zach Wetstein. As we see Zach Wetstein continuing to try to make that pass. He has Jonah Colbert all over his back bumper. Wetstein trying to set up this pass here in the next turn. Looking to his outside. Out to his rear quarter panel. side by side. We see Wetstein with the nose. But we see Eddie Smith able to get back clear. As much as he's tried to get up there, no success yet for Zach Wetstein. He continues to try to look to that outside, and Zach Wetstein not only is looking up in front of him trying to set up that pass by Eddie Smith, he's also peeking back and forth between in front of him and that rearview mirror as he has Jonah Colbert right behind him. Turn number 1 for a pass, maybe? Nope. Wetstein can't get to him. Trying to set up a pass here for turn number 3. Can Wetstein do something? A little bit loose there, but Zach Wetstein was able to make the pass by Eddie Smith. Yep, we are going to be at the track tomorrow, Mark. So, yep, see y'all there. Cody McIlwain still has the fastest lap time of the race. He did improve last lap, 1 minute, 28 seconds, and then 0.6. He's got a 3-second lead. He is really showing that he may be one of the road course ringers of the original Rebels Racing League. Very, very smooth through the corners. And the field's starting to get very, very spread out with 5 laps completed. Here's a look at your top 5. Pole sitter Cody McIlwain, currently your leader. Zach Wetstein, after a pass over Eddie Smith in turn number 3, he was able to get to second. Eddie Smith is in third, trying to get that second spot back. Jonah Colbert started in first. He's been kind of in the catbird seat behind Wetstein and Smith battling. And then 5th place, Jamie Barkas, he was able to get by Adam Lange, and he is hanging out in that 5th spot right now. We do see, looks like Jamie Barkas is actually beginning to reel in Jonah Colbert a little bit for that 4th spot. Here's a look at the onboard cam from that 15 machine. Got a great run there in that most recent corner. Got to go down this long straightaway. Let's see if that can set him up for this next corner to maybe make the pass. Cody McIlwain is just on a whole nother level compared to everybody else right now. Got his lead almost to 3.5 seconds. Just leaving the rest of the field in the dust. You do got to keep in mind that he needs to be saving those tires. My main thing that I'm wondering is, when are we going to see pit strategy start to come into play for fuel and for tires? We will have to be watching to see what happens. Howdy, howdy, Kevin. Thank you for tuning in to watch the broadcast. So we are currently watching Cody McIlwain put on a show at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car course. He's dominated this race so far, led every single lap, and he has a over 3-second lead right now over Zach Wetstein. That time by, we actually saw Zach Wetstein was 0.2 faster than Cody McElwain. Another thing we do have to keep in mind, Cody McElwain, I believe, is reeling in some lap traffic. Logan Sturgeon. Again, McElwain is just very, very smooth through these corners. With the field getting... Let's take a look at some of the most recent incidents and see what all has been... We've been looking at the front runners and drivers who have been having a good race, but let's take a look at some of the drivers who have not been having the best of races. William Griffith, after heading under the tunnel, coming into the corner, we see car starts to get a little bit sideways, drift into the right, and through the grass. Barkus getting loose here on the straightaway. And helps the grounds crew at least mow the lawn. Ooh, into the tire barrier. He was actually having a very, very good race. And with him getting involved in that incident, that is going to give that 5th place spot to Adam Lange now. They were battling for a little bit, but we saw Barkus had the advantage. Adam Lange is up to 5th now. We do see William Griffith trying to get up there to that 11th spot. That's Brandon Wallace. See if he can try to do something here in turn number 2. Here's what it looks like from the onboard cam of that number 12 machine. Oh, he's getting right up there to the back bumper. See if he can get by him here on this next corner. Nope. Continuing to try to set up the pass. Again, gets even closer. I think he might try to look to the outside here. Oh, the 99 spins. William Griffith up to 11th now. And that is the kind of thing that these drivers have to do. They have to be very, very patient and wait for the driver in front of them to make a mistake. That's exactly what happened. Griffith was patient behind Wallace, and then he spun, and Griffith was able to get that position. And I will say this. You really do have to be careful not to get any off-track penalties, because getting off track can really, really ruin your race. I know my prediction is I think that the winner of this race will have 0 off-track penalties and probably a 0x. From the other road course races that I have broadcasted, that's kind of been the case. See William Griffith trying to get up there to Jamie Mullins now for that 11th spot. Looks like Griffith was just in 11th, but looks like he lost the position. Now he's trying to get back up there. He got off track a little bit there. So for the driver with the most off-track penalties is Jason Lottridge with 4. He is currently in that 19th spot, has had a very, very rough race. Ten laps completed now. We'll take a gander at how our top 5 is looking right now. Cody McElwain started on the pole, has led every lap so far, and He did have a 3-second lead. The lead is actually starting to shrink a teensy bit between him and Zach Wetstein, but he still has a sizable lead. Second place is Zach Wetstein. He was riding behind Eddie Smith for a little bit of this race, but then he was able to make the pass up to second. Now he is setting his sights on your leader, Cody McElwain. Third is Eddie Smith. He was running in second for most of this race, but we just saw Wetstein catch him, and he was able to get by him. He's running in third right now. Colbert in the 4th place position. He's been there for most of this race, and he's kind of in the catbird seat behind Eddie Smith and Zach Wetstein. If either of them makes a mistake, he'll be able to pounce and get to that 3rd spot. And we see Adam Lange is currently in that 5th spot currently after we saw Jamie Barkus get into an incident, but he is getting a ton of pressure from 6th place driver Patrick Drobick. And we see the man from Gilbertown, Alabama, leads yet another lap. And here's what a lap looks like for him. We see we didn't get to catch the cockpit cam from going into turn number 1. And uh-oh, I think we might be seeing some tire strategy come into play. We see our first driver entering the pits, and that is Daniel Cunningham. Let's see what all he's going to do. And he will be taking tires. So this should signal some of the other top 10 drivers, McElwain, Wetstein, Smith, that they need to come in soon, because we're going to start seeing a lot of drivers with fresh tires start to make their way up to the field and contend for that lead. And there we go. We see Cody McElwain coming in now. He is the next driver to make the move onto pit road. I am very, very sure that we're going to... Yep, Eddie Smith coming in. Once the leader comes in, you're going to see a lot of other drivers come in behind him. And so he's going to be getting some fresh Goodyear tires. That should make the car feel a lot better. Patrick Drobick coming in. Michael Kostick coming in. So this is going to give the lead now to Zach Wetstein. Zach Wetstein has the lead currently. And I'm wondering how long he is going to try to stay out. He's hanging out right now with that 14-second lead. Already we see Patrick Drobick making his way up to the field with those fresh tires. He's going to be running a lot faster lap times compared to everybody else. And we're already seeing 2-second fall off between Zach Wetstein's fastest lap time and his current lap time that he just ran. And there we go. We see your leader, Zach Wetstein, coming in now. Will we see others follow? Let's see if he can get in and get out without losing the lead. Nope, we see Jonah Colbert stays out. He is going to inherit the lead now. Him and Adam Lange still are yet to come into the pits. So the question is, how long is Jonah Colbert willing to stay out on these older tires? He's going to be a lot slower compared to everybody else. And we already see Cody McElwain reeling in your top two. We see Lange is in now to get those fresh tires. So now the last driver to really come in is going to be Jonah Colbert. The gap between him and Cody McElwain is 6 seconds, but it's decreasing. I think he may come in this lap. Jonah Colbert trying his best to finish in front of Eddie Smith so he can continue to keep that point standings lead. I mean, really, if he gets a top 5, top 10, he'll still be able to really keep that point standings lead. All right, will he come in? Cody McElwain continuing to reel him in. That has to be putting some pressure on Jonah. Yep, there we go. He is making that turn onto pit road, and that is going to give the lead back to Cody McElwain. That is going to bring it to 26 laps to go now. And oh wow, Zach Wetstein just ran the fastest lap time of the race on these new tires. 1 minute, 28 seconds, and then 2/10. What a lap time for him. That's a lot faster than McElwain's lap time of 1 minute, 28 seconds, and then 6/10. So he's about 4/10 faster. With all these pit stops going on, here's a look at your current top 5. We see Cody McElwain is back in first. Except for when he came in to take tires, he has led majority of this race, and he was able to make his way back up through the field on these fresh tires. See, Zach Wetstein is in second. He made a pass by Eddie Smith early on to get to that second spot, and he did lead for a little bit when Cody McElwain came in. He's trying to use these fresh tires to propel himself up to that first position. Eddie Smith running in third right now. He did not lead any laps. I believe he came in when Cody came in. But, I mean, he's getting up there. He's had a strong race so far. He did lose that second position spot, though. Jonah Colbert running in that 4th spot. And, we actually see a battle for 5th beginning to brew between Daniel Cunningham and Adam Lange. We see Adam Lange trying to look to Cunningham's outside. See if he can maybe try to make a pass here on turn number 1. There we go. Looking to the outside. Trying not to get into the grass. And there we go. Adam Lange back to second, where he has ran for a lot of this race, and this is where he started. Look back up to that first spot. Cody McElwain with a 4-second lead. It's one of the biggest leads that he has had all race. Let's take a look at some more incidents that we've had. Here's a look at Logan Sturgeon. Just might have missed a corner. Mowing the grass. Here's a look at a Jake Ellingson incident. Coming into one of the trickiest turns. Yeah, just gets way loose and then into the grass. Here's a look at Jamie Barkas. Also missed that turn. Ooh, hard hit. That is going to damage that car tremendously. He's going to be a lot slower. See Patrick Drobick beginning to reel in Daniel Cunningham for that 6th place spot. That time by, yeah, he was way faster. I don't know if, let's see, let's look at the tire difference. Cunningham is 6-lap tires, Drobick with 5. It's really not that much. But we'll see if that 1 lap of... Oh! Contact between Patrick Drobick and Daniel Cunningham. That's going to bring Drobick up to that 6th place spot now. Let me look at that contact again, just to get a better perspective with the replay. So we see, I think their braking zones may have been different. Cunningham got slowed down a little bit sooner than Drobick had expected, and he just gets into the back of him. Gosh, hate to see it for Cunningham, who was running a very, very strong race. He only lost 1 position, though. We do know that Cunningham was the first driver to come in and get those fresh tires. Oh my gosh, I just saw a car fly through the grass. Oh my goodness. Let's just watch this whole turn of events right here from William Griffith. I've never seen, wow. William Griffith with the most off-track penalties so far has really struggled here tonight at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Just missed the corner and then just flies through the grass. Into the sand. Get a little bit of air time. And then gets loose again as he enters back onto the track. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It did look like he just kind of came into the corner a little bit too hot there. Oh no, your leader, Cody McElwain, gets off track and into the tire barrier, and that's going to give the lead to Zach Wetstein. McElwain has had an almost perfect race, but then we see this happen. Let's take a look at the replay. Just came into the turn number 2 a little bit too hot. We see the car gets a little bit sideways. And right into the outside wall. That is definitely going to hurt his chances of getting the win. That damage is going to slow him down. So that's going to give the lead now to Zach Wetstein, who was waiting for something like that to happen. We see another car getting loose. Do have a battle for 7th beginning to brew. Yet another position is Daniel Cunningham is getting ready to lose. He's got Joe Yakes right on his back bumper. Trying to look to his outside. And there we go. Oh, I thought he was going to get to him. And right now, in kind of the mid portion of this race where there isn't a lot of action, just make sure to take this opportunity to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We're trying to reach our goal of 2,000 followers on Facebook by our 2-year anniversary, which is April 28th. That's a lot of time for us to reach that goal, and I think we can reach it as an iRacing and racing community. And of course, it is not required, but it is appreciated, and it is free. Also, check us out on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. We're also trying to hit our 1,000 subscriber goal by our 2-year anniversary on there, which is also April 28th. So make sure to drop a subscribe on there. I also think we can reach that goal as a racing and iRacing community. And once again, it is not required, but it is appreciated, and it is free. We don't normally advertise our Twitch a lot, but we do have Twitch, and we stream on there whenever. We also stream on YouTube and Facebook, and it's a good platform to watch us on. We're always broadcasting, and we have emojis, customizable emojis, and they're pretty cool. So make sure to check us on there. That'd be really awesome if we could get to 1,000 followers. We're also trying to get to 100 on Twitter. We're currently at 41, almost at 50. So make sure to check us out on Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls. We actually just dropped a poll like less than an hour ago. So make sure to answer it. Let me see if it's gotten any results so far. So far, we've got 2 responses. Make your opinion heard. And check us out on Intensity Broad 1. You'll see what it is when you visit the page. And let's go ahead and take a look at our top 5 right now. We got Zach Wetstein in first after we saw Cody McElwain come a little bit too hot in turn number 2. He was able to inherit that lead. Eddie Smith in second now was also able to make it by Cody McElwain. Cody McElwain was leading for most of this race, and then we saw just come a little bit too hot into the corner. Got into the outside tire barrier. And, man, he has had trouble making his way back up through the field. Jonah Colbert has been running in fourth for most of this race. Has been fast, but hasn't been fast enough to get up there to the top 3. If either of the top 3 wreck, though, he'll be able to swoop in. And then Adam Lange has been running in fifth for most of this race. He was battling with Cunningham for a little bit. Adam Lange was one of the last drivers, besides Jonah Colbert. Him and Jonah Colbert were one of the last drivers to come in to take tires. So they currently have the freshest out of everybody right now. And we are seeing some pit strategy come into play. Jamie Barkas is one of our first drivers to come in to, I believe, take tires. See what he's going to do here. Yep, Barkas taking those tires. That should mean that we should see our leaders coming in just a couple more laps. Right now, oh, there we go. We see Zach Wetstein in now. Cody McElwain comes in. So when they come out, they'll have the freshest tires out of everybody. Eddie Smith will continue to stay out, though. See, Patrick Drobick is in now. I know. We see Jonah Colbert is in now. He was one of the last drivers to come in. Now he's coming in early. Eddie Smith, one of the last drivers that needs to come in here. How long is he willing to stay out? He was one of the first drivers to come in last time. He had an 11-lap stint. He is hitting 11 laps right now. And after this, I think these drivers are going to try to make it for the rest of the race. And yellow flag is out. And I am not sure if this is a competition caution. Yeah, I think this might be the competition caution. I didn't see any wrecks or anything. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this may be a competition caution, just allowing these drivers to come in, get all their repairs done, and maybe get some fresh tires and some fuel as well. See the rest of the field getting caught back up. See, after watching a few laps, it reminds me of a song, Slip Sliding Away. That is very, very true. We've seen a lot of that here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Again, such a difficult track. I despise road courses, but the thing is, if you can get good at road courses, that can definitely help you because it'll really set you apart from the rest of the field, and you might be able to get a win, although you might be bad at maybe intermediates or like short tracks. If you're good at road courses, you might be able to get a win and get into the playoffs. But yeah, we've seen drivers slipping and sliding all over the track. It's like these guys are on ice skates. Yep, gas brake, downshift, and then all of a sudden you're like, how did I get into the grass? And then boom, hit the wall. That's kind of like it is for me at the road courses. I've only raced in a league race twice, and that was at Watkins Glen, and that was not pretty for me. I was one of those drivers here in this race that had like the most off-track penalties. And we're seeing the whole field come into the pits, even though we saw a couple drivers. Yep, we see Eddie Smith, Zach Wetstein, Adam Lange, Joe Yakes, Daniel Cunningham, Michael Kostick come in. And we'll watch these drivers exit the pits. Cody McElwain stays out, and we see Jonah Colbert stays out as well. See who's going to win the race off of pit road. See Patrick Drobick stays out. Eddie Smith is the first driver off. Then we see Zach Wetstein able to get off. See Lange is off. Wetstein is off. And then, Yakes is off. And then Kostick is off. We saw three main drivers stay out. Cody McElwain, Jonah Colbert, Patrick Drobick. And I know McElwain, Colbert, and Drobick are all on 2-lap tires, so they should be good. I don't know why you would want to come in after only coming in 2 laps ago. I know Eddie Smith was on old tires, though, so he had to come in. That tire advantage might help you, though. We're going to do a quick flyby through the field here. Got Cody McElwain in first, Jonah Colbert in second, Patrick Drobick is in third, fourth is Eddie Smith, 5th place is Zach Wetstein. In 6th, we've got that wheeling machine of Adam Lange. 7th is Joe Yakes. 8th place, got the 04 Michael Kostick. 9th, Daniel Cunningham. And then rounding out your top 10 from Pensacola, Florida, it's none other than Jamie Barkus. And 11th right now, got Christopher Heiner. He's from Lynchburg. 12th, we have Jamie Mullins. 13th is Mr. Chuck Pegleg Phelps. 14th, we have Mr. Brandon Wallace in the Budweiser Mobile. 15th is Ty Swank. And 16th, we have the Kinder Farm and Ranch machine of Garrett Kinder. And also, because there is no cautions, we will not be using the wreckage replay, but as always, we do have the Kinder Farm and Ranch wreckage rewind ready. And there's a quick gander at it. We see the cows are very bored right now, not having any jobs to do. So if somebody can maybe give the cows some small jobs maybe to do, that would be helpful. They're kind of bored right now. So Cody McElwain back to the lead after we saw him get a little bit hot into the corner, get into the outside wall, and sacrifice the lead. Let's see if he can keep it this time. Jonah Colbert up into the top 3. He's been having trouble getting up there. This is good for him. Got Patrick dropping in 3rd. We haven't really said his name too much. We'll see what he can do up in the top 3. I know. I can't believe it. The cows are snoozing on the job. It's terrible. They should be working. You gotta talk some sense into them, Kevin. They need to be disciplined. I believe we're getting ready to go back green here. Yep. And I believe this may be a single file restart. Yep. So first, Cody McElwain. Second, Jonah Colbert. Third, Patrick Drobick. Fourth, Jamie Barkus. And fifth, Eddie Smith. So here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. Will McElwain be able to keep the lead? Because I do know he does, or I think he might have gotten the damage fixed. So I guess that means they're going to continue to sleep on the job, I guess. That's not good. Here in Intensity Broadcasting, we need some new cows, if anybody would like to give us some cows. Ours are sleeping on the job for the Wreckage Rewind, but anyway, green flag is back out here. There we see Cody McElwain taking off. Jonah Colbert trying to set up this pass here. We go into turn number 1. He's right there. We see Patrick Drobick trying to get up to that second spot. Drobick looking very, very fast right now. We see Barkus reeling in his Goatlocker teammate. It looks like Barkus is getting passed right now by Zach Wetstein, who was trying to get back up to that second spot where he was running for most of this race, and he may be able to get to first as well. We got Jamie Barkus looking to Wetstein's outside. He's coming back. We see Wetstein able to get back clear. Here's Eddie Smith also looking to get by Jamie Barkus. Jamie Barkus with some damage. And there we go. We see Zach Wetstein beginning to catch Patrick Drobick looking to his inside. Now looking to the outside. Oh no! Patrick Drobick gets loose, spins through the grass. That's the exact mistake that Wetstein was waiting to happen. He is up to third now and setting his sights on your second place driver, Jonah Colbert. There's a 1 second gap between the two. See, battles all over the track. Michael Kostick trying to get up to that 7th spot. So Cody McElwain just ran his fastest lap time of the race with 1 minute 28 seconds, .2. Zach Wetstein's fastest lap time still stands as the fastest lap time of the race, but only 100th separates the two. And we see Cody McElwain continuing to extend that lead. Oh no! The 66 into the wall. Tyus Swank. I saw that happen right when I turned over to this battle side by side between Joe Yakes and Michael Kostick. See, Joe Yakes is able to get clear. Michael Kostick was very, very loose off of turn number 16. There we go. We see Daniel Cunningham able to get to that 8th spot. We see Michael Kostick falling very behind. And here we go. Zach Wetstein looking to get to the 2nd spot where he was running for a lot of this race. All he has to do is get by Jonah Colbert. And oh my gosh, what a lap time for Zach Wetstein. 1 minute 27 seconds, the first lap time to be in the 27-second mark. Wow. Wetstein looking very, very fast. That should be enough to get him by Jonah Colbert, who also just ran his fastest lap time of the race, but that was 1 minute 29 seconds. There we go. We see Wetstein looking to Colbert's outside, and he is able to get clear to that 2nd spot now. And here comes Eddie Smith as well, trying to get to 3rd. Yep, he's able to get up there. 10 laps to go for Cody McElwain to secure that victory. So I believe that's 160 more turns. here's a look. Let's see. Top 5 is back to how it was for most of this race. See Cody McElwain in first. He's led majority of this race except for when green flag pit stops were happening and when we saw that little mishap in turn number 2. Zach Wetstein in second. He's been running in second for most of this race after starting in third. He was able to get by Eddie Smith. Got to first for a little bit when we saw Cody McElwain crash, but after the pit stops and everything, he is still in second. Eddie Smith still in third. He lost a position early on to Wetstein. He's been kind of hanging out there ever since. Same thing with Colbert. He has been the catbird seat behind second and third for most of this race, trying to get up there. And then he has Adam Lange right now all over his back bumper for fourth. Lange has been running in fifth with the occasional drivers trying to get up there. He's been able to hold him off. And oh no, something happened to Adam Lange. He lost the 5th spot, and that's now to Jamie Burkus. Here's what happened. Well, he was fighting to get that spot. Oh, I see the car start to get a little bit sideways. And there you see the car breaks loose. Yeah, she was running very, very strong, but now Jamie Burkus is up to the 5th spot now. Good race for him tonight. See Joe Yates trying to get up to that 7th spot. We see Adam Lange trying to make his way back up to the field. He's got to get by Yates and Caustic. There we go. We see Joe Yates looking to the outside of Michael Caustic. He's able to get clear up to 7th now. Field getting very, very spread out right now. Let's go ahead and do this. Now is the perfect opportunity to do pump up the intensity. We're going to turn up the volume and you'll get to hear the sounds and sights of the racetrack. Here we go. We are back. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the pump up the intensity, but we are currently getting to the nitty-gritty of this race, nearing 5 laps to go. We actually do have a battle beginning to brew for that 6th spot between Joe Yakes and Daniel Cunningham. Yakes continuing to just try to make his way up through the field. Oh no, Jamie Barkus gets loose. And he was running in that 5th spot. Now that's going to give that 5th spot to Daniel Cunningham. There he goes, just heading under that bridge. You see, car gets a little bit squirrely. It looked like he saved it. See, almost makes a little bit of contact there. Gosh, hate to see it there for Jamie Barkus. So that's now going to put, see, Joe Yakes was able to make it by Cunningham. He's now up to 5th. Here's a look at your top 5 right now. Cody McElwain is in 1st. He's led for most of this race, except for during green flag pit stops. And then we saw he had that little incident in turn number 2. He stayed out on our most recent caution, and that put him in the lead, and he has since kept it. Zach Wetstein, 2 seconds behind in that 2nd place spot. He did lead a couple laps, but he's been in 2nd for most of this race. Got by Eddie Smith early. See Eddie Smith in that 3rd spot right now. Currently trying to hold off Jonah Colbert. Smith has been in 3rd for most of this race after losing a position to Zach Wetstein. Colbert has been in 4th for most of this race. He's been fast, just hasn't had enough speed to get up there to the top 3, but I think that might change here with 4 laps to go. He might be able to get by Eddie Smith. And then 5th is Joe Yakes. He's the biggest move of the race. Started in the last or 2nd to last place spot. Didn't have the qualifying run that he wanted. He has flew up through the field, and he is currently running that 5th spot. Made a lot of smart moves, avoided a lot of the wrecks, and has just really kept it clean. And I will say, so far, everybody on track has gotten at least 1 off-track penalty, except for 1 driver, and that's Chuck Pegleg Phelps. He has not gone off track a single time, has just kept the car really, really clean. Great job to him. He's currently running in 12th right now. Here's how tires are looking right now. We see this is the longest these drivers have been able to stay out, and I don't think they're going to come in again. The whole field is pretty much spread out right now with over 1 second gap separating everybody at the moment. And it's looking like Cody McElwain has pretty much got it. Unless something happens, which we saw before, it was looking like he was going to keep the lead until our green flag pit stops, and then boom, misses turn number 2, gets into the outside wall or into the tires, and then we saw Zach Wetstein take the lead. So anything can happen here at these road courses, but it's looking pretty good right now for Cody McElwain. Don't want to jinx anything. 2 laps to go now for Cody McElwain. Yep, whole field. Let's see. I think we'll do a onboard look at the last lap from McElwain's perspective. And here we go. 16 more turns for Cody McElwain to get the victory. Shifting up to third here on this front stretch. Will not get to fourth as we are here into the turn 1 heavy braking zone. Did not get onto the little yellow turtle right there. Shifting back up to third. And he's going to not let it hit the rev limiter. Back down to second. Here it is, going by some lap traffic. This is probably one of the up to fourth gear. And he's going to begin downshifting in one of the trickiest turns on the track. Has got to be very careful not to make a mistake. Able to get through it. Here's another tricky corner. Got to keep it smooth. Got to go under the bridge now. And here we go. Coming to the start-finish line. McElwain has dominated this race. He's going to get the victory here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Congratulations for Cody for getting his first win of the season. We see Zach Wetstein able to get second. Eddie Smith takes third. I think we're getting ready to maybe see a burnout from that 06 machine. And what a win this is for Goatlocker Racing. This is Goatlocker's second win of the season after we saw Jamie Barkus win the season opener. Here we go. There we see Cody McElwain burning it down here, and a well-deserved burnout out that. What a victory there for Cody McElwain. We're waiting to get your top 3 in the waiting room. So right now we have your third place finisher, Eddie Smith, in the waiting room. We are going to go ahead and pull him in. Here we go. Eddie, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey, Atlee.
Hey, Eddie, how you doing today?
Oh, fantastic. Wore out, man.
Oh, yeah, I bet with all the lifting and braking and downshifting, it's definitely a workout here at these road courses. You had a great race, started in that second position, and you were there for a little bit of this race. So Zach was able to get by you, and he had a little bit of a different pit strategy compared to everybody else. You came in with majority of the drivers on the first green flag pit stop, and then you were one of the last drivers. You stayed out until the caution flag came out, and then after that, you kind of hung out in that third spot for most of this race after making your way back up to the field. I mean, what did you think of the crazy action here tonight at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course?
Yeah, just really tough race. I didn't have anything for the front two. I felt like third was kind of where I was going to be after we settled in a little bit, and that's where I wanted to finish. My goal was the top 5, and to come away with third against the two guys that finished up in front of me. I can't really ask for much better than that. So
I know that last little green flag run after the caution was the longest y'all had stayed out, not taking tires. How was it feeling there at the end?
Well, on that restart, actually, I don't know if you caught it on the broadcast, but I was Tokyo drifting the first turn and almost cleared out Jamie, but somehow was able to save it. I think I used all of the good that was on my brand new tires to save it and not just plow him right off the track, and just kind of lost it going into that turn. And after that, it was pretty much game over for my tires. It was really just a lot of focusing, holding my breath, and sliding around. So.
Yeah, I mean, this, again, very, very tricky track, and I mean, that kind of stuff happens, but still awesome that you're able to hang on and get that third place finish. Before we let you go, Eddie, is there anybody you would like to thank?
Yeah, thank all the Rebels admins for what they do. Jonah for putting this on, JC Motorsports, my teammates. Want to congratulate Cody on the win, Zach on second place. They drove a hell of a race, and always thank you and Intensity Broadcast for putting this on.
Yeah, we definitely had fun broadcasting tonight's an event. So again, congratulations on the bronze finish. Have a great rest of your night, Eddie.
Thanks.
Next up, we're going to pull in your second place finisher. It's none other than Zach Wetstein. Here we go. Zach, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you. I know you started in that third place spot, stayed there for a little bit, were able to make a pass by Eddie, get up to second, led a little bit there after when we saw on that first green flag pit stop, we saw everybody come in, you stayed out, and then when you led the most laps, we saw Cody McElwain into turn number 2 just was a little bit too hot, got into the tires, and you were able to swoop in, take that lead. But when we saw all the pit strategy come into play and the caution coming out, you fell back to second. But still, solid run. I mean, what was your take on this race at Mid-Ohio?
Oh, it was fun. A lot of fun racing around Eddie, Jonah. Not really around Cody because he ran away with it, but he was really good tonight. But we had a lot of great racing, second through fifth or so, and just really felt good about the rear tires throughout the race. I mean, I never got under 90% on any of my tires throughout a run, so just took real good care of the tires. And I'd have been talking to you last if we didn't have a competition caution of sorts, but everybody knew it was going to come, so I couldn't really change my opinion on it, even though Cody wrecked, because I knew, if I wrecked in that position that I would have a second chance. So I can't really complain about it. He had the fastest car anyways. I'm just happy to be finish second here.
Now, tell us a little bit about your pit strategy.
So I had pit before the caution came out, but then I was kind of stupid, and the caution was thrown, and I think it was thrown a little early, a couple laps early, and so I went to start saving fuel, and I did it right as I was entering a tight corner, locked the tires up, I believe, and went into the grass. And with us having like a 15-lap